It's Tampa Bay Bucks Super Bowl 55 champ Shaq Barrett coming at you live for NSPN NexGen Sports. Go like and follow NSPN for total coverage of all team and combat sports, live shows, plus exclusive player interviews and unprecedented sports content creation.
Medical marijuana made easy. See if you pre-qualify for your Florida medical marijuana card free of charge, 100% risk, obligation, and judgment-free with Fast Track Cannabis Clinics of America. You're talking Tampa Bay's #1 choice for compassionate care with business professionals. Discreetly begin your road to relief by dialing 813-358-CARD or visit www.mycannabiscard.com. That's 813-358-2273. And make sure to tell them that Al Keck sent you for $30 off new patient enrollment. Ask about military and senior discounts. Fast Track Cannabis Clinics of America. Launch or scale your brand or business with Guerrilla Marketing Inc. and digitally dominate the competition. Right now, get a small business starter package. You're talking a custom logo, toll-free vanity number, equipped with a digital directory, 5-page website, and matching media page for $1,299. That's a $3,000 value. Visit GuerrillaMarketingInc.com or call 813-358-2273 to get started. With uncertainty at an all-time high, securing what matters most has never been more important for your home or your office. Prevent disaster and make life easier. Try a security and home automation system from Alarm Engineers, Inc., Tampa's trusted leader for more than 30 years. State-of-the-art security systems, award-winning monitoring, and now full-spectrum smart home solutions. Alarm Engineers, Inc. has everything your home and office could possibly need and will work with any budget. Book a free security or smart home consultation today. Call 813-948-4000. That's 813-948-4000 and get your first month free by telling them Al Keck sent you. Alarm Engineers, Inc. Sports media has evolved. Introducing NSPN, NexGen Sports, your #1 choice for total coverage of all team and combat sports. Up-to-the-minute breaking news, live shows with special guests, and unprecedented interactive sports content. Go like and follow NSPN NexGen Sports on Facebook for your chance to win an authentic, autographed Shaq Barrett Bucks jersey. That's valued at more than $1,000. Do it today. The winner will be picked live on May 18th on our NSPN NexGen Sports Facebook page. NexGen Sports.
What's up, everybody? It's Blake Anthony, host of Sports Talk 49, exclusively on NSPN NexGen Sports. Today, we're going to talk about a few things. It's going to be a quick segment here to talk about Devin White's 40 time. I'm going to talk about some of the rookies. Antonio Brown finally signing the contract after passing his physical. All that and more is going to be right here on Sports Talk 49. Also look forward to checking out my perspectives on Kyle Trask, how he fits into the offense, Jalen Darden, his comparisons to Antonio Brown, and look forward to more things like that coming from me as coming through this offseason with these rookies, helping you guys, fans, writers, whoever else watches my streams, understand a little bit of the concepts and things that they might be using these guys coming into the 2021 season, barring injury or special packages and things like that. And that's basically what I'm just trying to do, is help be transparent with what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are thinking with the certain skill sets of the players that we got. So I know I've been away for a while, so there's a couple things I just wanted to catch up with. First and foremost, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Devin White's insane 40-yard dash time, 4.39. Insane, man. A linebacker running wide receiver speed. But again, let's be fair about it. Devin White isn't actually your typical linebacker. He was recruited to LSU to play running back, saw he wasn't going to play much behind guys like Leonard Fournette and others that were there at LSU, and decided to switch to the defensive side of the ball and toned in his athletic ability and became a great linebacker. Should have made Pro Bowl, should have made All-Pro with 140 tackles and 9 sacks, but that's water under the bridge now. They got the big trophy, and that was the NFL's Lombardi Super Bowl trophy. So while we're talking about it, let's just jump right into it and get to Devin White's 40-yard dash.
Race day. I got the quickest horses. I got the quickest feet.
Like, I'm from the country too, I can ride horses too,
One of the top fastest, the quickest receivers in the league, but today I prove I'm the quickest.
The mother boy's in trouble. He got his own horse, probably running the 40 with his horse.
The quicker pick has arrived.
I'm in Miami, this is great weather. Gonna run a 40-yard dash.
Beautiful day to be quick. And I'm not worrying about my competition at all.
I ain't never seen a cheetah stretch before. They just get up and run.
Y'all lucky I'm not running on the field.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's going that way.
For what? You know what? I'll take it.
437. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hey, I know that's the one right there. I know that's the one. Yes, sir. 426. The clock don't lie. 422. As quick, the quickest you gonna ever see. Drop the clock on him. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Shout out to Bounty.
For putting this 40 time together for me and the guys.
Unfortunately, I wasn't the quickest pick today, but you gotta race me side by side. Shout out to the quicker picker-upper. I'm excited to be out here and be the quicker pick like I knew I could be. I proved on the field, that's what I did. The quickest, quicker than anybody that came out here. But I had fun, I enjoyed it. Shout out to Bounty for putting on this for charity. Can't thank them enough for doing what they're doing. And again, I'm the quicker pick. Salute.
Bleacher Report, good job putting that out with the quicker pick, getting those guys to run out there. I think it was for a charity organization as well. Great that he was able to get they were able to get those guys together and come out there and run those 40-yard dash, because it's exciting to see these guys outside of their element besides just seeing, them doing work. Because to fans and people that watch the game, it's a little different when you look at players. They look at that as a job. It is a job to them. So when you're able to get them out of their element, you're able to get them to come out and be themselves and things like that. You get a better experience when it comes to these players when they're out there. If we're just tuning in, this is Blake Anthony, host of Sports Top 49. Just catching up on the Devin White 40-yard dash with the 4.39, running with Mecole Hardman and other wide receivers out there and seeing where he maps himself out at. And with the display on tape last year of Devin White, you clearly see that this guy has immense speed. You can't teach that. And it comes from him being an offensive-minded guy, switching to defense and honing in on his skills, but playing at an all-pro level and helping his team win a Super Bowl. And transcending his skills from college to the NFL, matching his intensity, leadership, along with Levante David, a friend of the show that's been on here, and we've talked with his guidance and things like that. So without all those things, you don't know if you actually had the Devin White. I think something that's, I know it's a little off topic, well, not really. It's something that's usually not talked about, especially with, they talked to all the draft picks today, along with Tanner Hudson, who also is a friend of the show, that's been on here and talked about preseason, who's best in coverage, Levante David. I play a clip for you guys too with Tanner Hudson talking about his experience with Levante David and leadership and things like that, because Tanner's he's a fun guy, and congratulations out to him and his engagement to Carly as well. I'll try to get him back on here and talk to him with the Super Bowl champ Tanner Hudson and all that stuff. But let me go back to what I was saying originally. It's interesting to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now have a system that I've said several times where you can set up people to succeed. And what I mean by that is that you've drafted Kyle Trask. We'll just start with the quarterback position, what people mostly know. Kyle Trask might not play for another 2-3 years. Who knows? But that's fine. He can stay here and learn the system, learn how to hone his skills, learn what he can from Tom Brady, and try to be transparent with his skills going from Florida to the NFL. And of course, his weapons will be different. The scheme is somewhat different if you look at my perspective on from the Gators offense to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. A lot of the reads and a lot of the plays are the exact same, coming out of spread formation, 5 wide, tight ends, dual tight end sets, and things like that. It's pretty transparent from him. So I think it's going to be really easy for him to come from that offense to this. You just got to learn the terminology. That's all that really changes when you come from college to the pros, unless you're going from a coach that comes from the college to the pros. With that being said, back to Devin White, you had Levante David there to help teach and train and how to be a professional, what to do and don't do in public, who to stay around, who to talk to, what to say, and things like that. Those are things that cannot be measured by just looking at it. Those are things that the team had to set up perfectly to put these guys in a winning situation. You got Joe Tryon coming here in the system. He gets to learn from Jason Pierre-Paul how to be a pro. Shaq Barrett, a guy who was undrafted, to lead in the league in sacks and things like that. You get so much experience that cannot be measured by just by looking at somebody as a draft pick or pickup. Those are things that you need. I was just looking at, with this whole Kwame Brown situation and things like that. And I'm not even talking about the issues. I was talking about on what he said. He's an 18-year-old boy. Now, these guys aren't 18 when they come into the league, but just follow me for a minute. You're 18 coming into the league. You have poor leadership coming for you. You're not setting somebody up to fit. You're not setting somebody up to succeed, regardless of where you was drafted at. They're still human beings. They still have to learn. They still have to catch on how to be a professional and things like that. And then, as us as men, everybody's maturity level isn't the same. And it's a lot to process coming from just playing college football to playing the NFL and learning how the business side of it, because it's not about playing anymore. Now it's about helping the team be profitable. And that's how you do that is by winning, handling yourself as professional, realizing that you aren't that kid on the campus anymore. And now you're professional and everybody's got smartphones and trying to do more harm to you than good. Those are things you got to look at. And you got to know how to balance between work and home life, with your spouse and your kids and your things like those are all a lot of things that people don't take into consideration when you're becoming a professional. And a guy like myself that understands that, that's why I relate to so many players. That's why you see so many players talk to me on my shows, because I can relate to them. I can relate to what they're talking about. I can talk to them on their level and understand the things that they're talking about, both professionally and in real life. So when you earn those type of respects, that's how you can get, those type of relationships with people. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as I digress, they're finally setting up people. They finally established a system where you can set up young players to come to this team and be able to succeed, be able to learn, and be able to step in when they're asked to step in, because there's a system in place. They listened to Tanner Hudson today. He talked about it's a culture. As soon as he stepped on here, I talked to Tanner Hudson as soon as Tom Brady came in, and he says the culture change. Everyone he talks, everybody listens. I'm gonna try to get Tanner on here again and talk to him a little bit, and see what his attitude is from then to now, and things like that. I know he talked today, and I'll try to get around to him and talk to him. I know he's going to be busy. He's going to try to make that roster bubble again, with the team, with the tight end position is full here. And Tanner is a guy I really think that can really play in this league. He's just, unfortunately, he's a victim of volume, as the great Peter Blake would always say. But at the tight end position, check out Tanner's interview with me a year from today, actually. Who would you say has been giving you a problem in coverage?
Coverage. Obviously Bonte, he's really good with his hands. If he gets his hands on you, it's hard to get off of him and get in the open spot. Jordan Whitehead has improved tremendously just from, I went against him a lot last year just doing the show cards for other teams, and just from last year to this year, I think he's gotten a lot better. So there's a lot of guys that have shown progression. I think that's just being a new defense and letting it come to you as it goes.
As he said, you letting it in your defense and letting it come to you as it goes. As he talked about Sean Murphy Bunting putting on weight, and he was right. He was spot on. The plays that Jordan Whitehead made that last season, especially in that Packer game with hitting Jones coming on the drag route, where Devin White was in man coverage on him. He got picked by the wide receiver, and Jordan Whitehead was there to help out his leader and forced a turnover, and Devin White was there and picked up the fumble and helped the Bucs, move the ball down the field and put themselves into the score, giving themselves scoring chances by creating offense with defense. And Tanner was spot on. Tanner is a guy that is really quiet, but he's right about a lot of things he said. And if you guys don't know a lot about Tanner, if you guys are interested in seeing the full interview of that, he was a place kicker and he turned to tight end. It's not always how your story starts, but it's how you finish and what you make of the opportunities that you make. I just want to show one more thing because I think this is important as well. With preseason being back, a full off season, these guys are together, being able to get in continuity together. They don't have to send videos of them working out. As Grant said, it just changed shirt. It was the same day and things like that. You don't have to do that anymore. And I just listen to Tanner talk about what it meant for not having an off season and things like that. Check this out. What was your thought when you knew preseason was getting taken away and you knew that was quality reps you were going to take? Basically, your resume. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, preseason, that's a time where I get to show, what I'm about, what I can do, and I really look forward to it, especially getting to go out there with Griff. Being out there in a game with him, that's always fun. But it's just part of it. You gotta take what comes your way, and so now all I have is practice to kind of show what I'm about, and that's what I've been trying to do.
And that's what he has to do. And he's in this position again. And I think he makes the roster again, where a lot of people doubted what I said, that he would make the team. He came to this team. He's missed a couple touchdown passes, especially one in the Super Bowl. I'm sure he will love back, which I'll get a chance to talk to him about that. But I'm sure he would love that opportunity back. But I digress. Let's move on. Antonio Brown, for my final point before I get out of here today. He was able to pass his physical. I know he's been having knee issues. He's been working out in the off season, hanging out with rapper 6ix9ine Caution out here, and working out with Leonard Fournette. Them two have leaned on each other in situations that they've been in, coming from their teams, being black. Well, I don't want to say blackballed, but being labeled as a disgruntled player and things like that. So it was interesting, that they're coming together. But long story short, he got his injury. His knee is better. He was able to pass his physical, so he's able to sign his contract, and he's able to come back to this team and finish what he started here, winning the Super Bowl and see if they can get another winning season going here in Tampa Bay with Tom Brady and all the other guys on the offense, which I think Jalen Darden, you heard it here first. Jalen Darden is going to be in Antonio Brown's hip pocket He's going to learn a lot from him, toe tapping and all these things like that. Jalen Darner's already showing out in camp with Kyle Trask, making, connections with them. Really looking forward to Joe Tryon coming. He already had off-season surgery, so that's why you haven't heard much from him. KJ Britt and all these other guys are going to be coming out, Chris Wilcox and all these guys. So really looking forward to seeing how the season comes with a lot of these young guys coming, especially on the defensive line, offensive line. Offensive line pick up here, for depth on this team. So this team is really making the right decisions for this team in the long term and the short term, just in case barring injuries, because this team did not have quality depth in the 2020 season. We wouldn't be talking about Tampa Bay having a Super Bowl championship right now, because injuries did play a huge part in the season last year. Without these guys putting a commitment to themselves as far as COVID, the team wasn't hit too hard as far as COVID. You had Devin White miss a game, Washington playoff game, but came back and remained in the playoff games and balled out. Lavonte David stepped up as he should. So all these guys made a real commitment. You can really see the change from one year to the other. Definitely wasn't transparent. You definitely see that team ascend from what they were to what they became. So that's what I got today. I appreciate you guys checking me out. As always, I'll give you guys a lot of short clips here, and I'll get more on. I just been really busy with other stuff going on. I got my Madden videos coming out for the 2021 season with the rookies out there, so make sure to check that out. If there's other stuff that you guys want to see as far as videos, breakdowns, what I think on things like that, I'm not always right. I just try to analyze things. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But I would like to hear you guys' opinions on things and stuff like that. And just let me know where you stand as far as that. But we'll end this as we always do. You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do with it is entirely up to you. Thank you, guys. God bless. Follow me, Blake Anthony 49, Twitter, IG. Follow NexGen, NSPN on all social media platforms. You're the master of what you do with your life. What you do is entirely up to you. Thank you, guys. God bless. And as always, fire those cannons.
Thank you.